So, should we bring up our next guest?
Let's do.
Yeah? Okay, so our next guest is Frank Lisi. He is an actor, producer, and director of the Red Corvette.
Hey, she ain't done yet.
I saw him giving the clap sign. And with him, he's brought Artie Pasquale from The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Varerie Bauer and Tisha Tinsman. Woo!
Here he comes. Artie. All right, Frank, you know, I saw the movie. Thumbs up.
Thank you.
What inspired you to write this script?
Well, the story it was inspired by true events, the beginning of the story of the film. And then I got a little carried away in the screenplay. It was a lot of fun, and I just ran with it.
That's great.
That was a couple of years ago.
Okay, all right.
Now with the casting, I know you had a lot of tryouts.
Yeah.
It was very hard for you to pick. A lot of friends and other actors. How did you actually decide the final casting?
Well, we did casting in New York City for the New York, New Jersey crowd, and I knew a majority of the cast was going to be cast out of Philadelphia, so we had casting down there. And a lot of people read for different parts, and the two lead actresses, Valerie sitting to my left, she was actually the last one to be cast.
Oh,
she
really?
was the hardest one to, there was a lot of actresses that read for Cindy, the main character in the film, and I'm glad I waited. I really am. Landon Valerie was the cherry on top.
Well, look at her, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's a great actress, too.
Artie, I have a question for you. You've worked with Frank before, back in 2009 on A Sicilian Tale.
Yes.
How is it being directed by Frank as opposed to other directors?
Well, every director is different. They have their own style, you know. Ronnie will attest to this. You know, Frank, I've said this before on other shows. I mean, he's a great guy. He's very sincere. He works very, very hard. He gets the most out of as much money, as little money as he might have to do the film, you know. And I think you're impressed by that. You know, you're impressed by his enthusiasm.
Right.
And the fact that he's loyal to the people that work for him, and you want to work for him. You know, it was fun. It was fun working with this whole cast.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Tisha, I have a question for you. You're like Wonder Woman on this film.
Okay,
right? You're a supporting actress. You're assistant director. You're producer. You're a woman of many hats. Did you have a favorite?
Well, I thought I liked the acting the best, but then working with Frank, he gave me the opportunity to do many things. So this project I'm assistant directing, and I think my next project I'd like to direct.
Really?
Yeah, I think I like directing the best. As an actor, you make your choices, and sometimes they're not the right choice. But as the director, you know, you see it, and if it's not right, you fix it, and then it brings the film about, makes it better. So with an actor, you're always making choices. I know for me, sometimes I don't make the right choice.
Yeah.
So as a director, you can pull the actor aside, and you can say, okay, well, you know, why don't you try it like this, and, you know.
Sure. Because you have the acting base, and
Yes.
you can use that to your advantage.
Tell people what to do. I don't know.
Perfect. Thank you.
Valerie, hi.
Hi.
How you doing? This one's for you. Did a great part.
Thanks.
And you had to do a couple of different things in there. There was a scene, part of it, you had to kiss a woman. And
I did.
Frank is a great director. How was it working with Frank during that scene? I mean, how did he work with you for that to make you feel comfortable?
It was great. Frank, well, I take direction well. No.
Yes, she does. She does.
He was really great at directing. It wasn't uncomfortable or awkward at all. Everything kind of just flowed smoothly, and it really wasn't that uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was very believable.
Catherine's beautiful, by the way, so it made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made it easy.
Yeah. I can imagine. It's a man's dream come true, right? Just kidding.
Now listen, Frank, you brought a roll, and we have a trailer, a sizzler, right?
A teaser, you got one. Yeah.
Yes. You ready to roll?
Roll it, baby.
All right, David in the control room. Why don't we roll the teaser of the Red Corvette? Great. Now listen, from you being the director, from your point of view, what was the most difficult scene to shoot for yourself?
The most difficult scene was when I was acting. Tisha was directing me,
Really?
and I was the one that had to make the choices, and she was the one. No, go back, hit your mark, do this, that. So and directing, I think there was a half a dozen principals that day. I forgot my lines. So it happens. But besides that, I would say when Nico was getting whacked in the basement by Santino and Gino, that was difficult. It was the end of a day. The sound in that room echoed. Shooting that gun, the sound man almost lost his hearing, and that was probably the most difficult one.
You know who I wish who was here tonight? Actor Vinny Vella, that we all know was supposed to be. I love Vinny.
I just got off the phone with him. He says hello. He's out on the West Coast working on a project.
This guy he'll come here and take over my whole show. I have to go home. He's great.
He sends his regards.
I love Vinny. We brought him here a couple years ago, and he was just a riot.
Yeah.
I love Vinny. Good, real good. He was one of the first name guys to actually come on the show.
Yeah, Vinny and I. He worked on my first film, A Sicilian Tale, and friendship grew from there, just like with Artie. And,
Artie's the
Tisha.
best. Artie played. Talk about it. You played the principal in the movie.
It's a high school principal. See, you thought I was Nino and Gino and one of those guys, right? I was a high school principal. My name is Mr. Fillmore. I was a tough principal, though. These girls didn't fool around when they came to me.
Who's my principal?
No, it was fun. It was a different role. I'm either a mobster, a detective, or a lawyer, or whatever comes along, whatever seems to fit. But
Whatever gets the
it
work,
was fun.
right?
It was fun playing this role.
Speaking of work, you're constantly working. I heard a rumor, I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but you've been working on a play with Danny Aiello. Can you talk about that, or did I just let it out of the bag?
Well, I don't want to take away from Frank's time here, but it's probably the most challenging thing I'm doing. I'm trying to memorize 60 pages of this writer, David Rabe. He writes like he's almost on drugs, I think, when he wrote. But he's considered to be a guy. I hope he doesn't see. This. But he's considered to be a great writer, and it's just very difficult. And I'm flattered that Mr. Aiello asked me to do it. So maybe in the spring,
Great.
everybody can come out. Yeah, David Rabe's liable.
Good. We look forward to it.
Anyway, yeah.
Great. Now,
Good.
Frank, what's going on? Anything plans for the future? Premieres? Anything?
Well, we had the New Jersey premiere a couple of weeks ago down at Rutgers. That went well.
I know you won a couple of things. She won
Yeah,
some
we're at a
awards.
couple of film festivals in New York back in November of 11. Valerie here won Best Actress in a feature film.
Good.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
And the Red Corvette won the Audience Award for Fan Favorite. But,
Cool.
John, I have to mention my crew. Without them,
Yeah, for sure.
especially Tisha, Sonny Velozzi, Matt Martin was a gaffer. We had Richard Butterforce, Stan Jacobs, Tommy Del Corio. He was the man with the Red Corvette. He always came through for me.
Yeah.
My shout out to those guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Good stuff. So now listen, is there a website, a Facebook for all of you where people can get in touch with you?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go to the Red Corvette page on Facebook or www.dreamquestentertainment.com. And there's teasers, trailers, beautiful pictures of the lovely ladies and handsome guys. And synopsis and everything you're looking for is right there. So
Best of luck, buddy.
thank you so much, John. Best of luck with
Frankie,
the show. You
thank
got a great
you,
show
pal.
here, man.
Everybody, the cast of the Red Corvette, Frank Lisi, Artie Pasquale.